friends, Debbie here with Debbie Gets Crafty. It is Friday. Look at this cardinal. He is ready to fly. Man, he is mid-flight into the weekend. That's how I feel right now. Happy Friday. Let's get started. So we're going to take the cover off this guy. How are you today? I hope you are amazing. I'm having one heck of a time trying to get the paper off of this because, of course, it's me. Come on, Deb. Really? There we go. Finally. Alrighty, and let's get started. I'm going to put this right up here so I can hold on to them while I dot down there. Dot, dot, dot. Let's bring it in. I hope you're having an amazing day. It is Friday, and it's been a long week. We've switched up projects, working on a new project now with our little cardinal keychains. So it's been a week, but it's finally the weekend. So let's get started. This guy means business, I'll tell you that. Here we go. So, the past couple of days I've been talking about siblings. I am number 9 out of 10 children. There's Judi and myself, number 9 and number 10, and then we have 8 brothers and sisters. So, and I said I would talk about our childhood growing up. So Judi and I, we were the only ones in the house. My mother had a daughter from a previous marriage and she lived with us too, but she's somebody that I will not speak of. And she'll always be my sister, but I will not speak of her. That'll be the last you hear of her. And if I refer to her again, it's always as my mother's daughter. I'd lay my life down for her, but I will not divulge into our relationship. Anyway, so we're going to consider Judi and I being at that house, you know, growing up in the house alone. Anyway, Judi and I always found things to do around the house. One time, my mom and dad got a new refrigerator. And of course, back then, they were delivered in a box. So, we took that refrigerator box up to our bedroom, and we had the time of our lives. We had some wrapping paper that we used. We had taken out the one side of the refrigerator box, so we had that whole open box. So we wallpapered the inside of it with the wrapping paper and had some doll furniture from our dollhouse, which, you know, perfectly good little, it wasn't a traditional dollhouse, it was like a Barbie dollhouse, I think. And so we had some of their, you know, some of that type of furniture, and we decorated the inside. We cut out windows, and we made curtains out of tissues. And back then, the tissues were colored. You could get pink tissues, green tissues, blue tissues. So, you know, we had, I forget what color tissues we used. So you had the little cutout windows with tissue curtains. And we wallpapered the inside. It looked great. We loved it. And we played with that damn thing for hours. Oh my gosh, friends. Growing up, and it's still true to this day, Judi was always the neatnik. She was always so wound up, so tight. Everything had to be in its own spot. And me, I lived. So that translates into I was a slob. Picture anybody who grew up in the 70s, the show The Odd Couple. That was me and Judi. Now, we shared a room growing up. Always. It wasn't until I got married and left the house, and then I shared my room with my first husband, which is now I share my room with my hot toddy. But anyway, we always shared a room, is what I'm saying. And there would be times where she and I would get into a knockdown drag out, and we'd want to split up our room. And, you know, you're not allowed on my side. You're not allowed on my side. So, the little neatnik, she was always... But the only thing was, yes, she was a little neatnik. But our bedroom closet, friends, oh my God. If you open that bedroom closet door, you didn't know what the heck was going to come flying out at you. Yeah, she was a neatnik, all right, because she shoved everything in the dang closet. And our mom and dad every so often would say to us, you either clean out that closet and straighten it out, or when you go to school, you're going to come back and nothing but your clothes are going to be in there. Everything else is going to be in the trash. So we always made sure, when that happened, we always made sure we cleaned out our closet. Which was fun, because we would always find things that we had forgotten about, and we'd start playing with that stuff again. But we were always, you know, we made that house out of that refrigerator box. Judi and I always used to pick up stones and color stones with crayons and sell them for like a quarter. So we were always doing stuff like that. And the house we lived in, we had a little driveway that we used to ride our little bikes down and around. As we got older, we got bigger bikes. These were like little tricycles that we used to have. And we ride them down the little hill on the driveway, and then we'd have to push them back up the little incline. Then as we got older, we got a two-wheel bike. We each got a two-wheel bike. Oh, that was insane, getting those bikes. Mom and Dad had put them on layaway, and it was time to go pick them up. They were paid off, ready to go. And the day my dad went, Judi and I went with him, and on our way there, we were in a horrific car accident. Broke several of my dad's ribs. I mean, he was in bad shape. Judi and I were okay. She had a lot of glass in her hair, and she had some glass in her ear, and, you know, stuff like that. But it was okay. I was fine. Nothing happened to me. She was in the back seat. And back then, you didn't have to wear a seatbelt, so she didn't have a seatbelt on. But she flew all over the car. She was bounced around like a little bouncing ball. And, she was, you know, bruised up pretty bad and stuff. Didn't break any bones, thank God, but my dad broke several ribs from that car accident because the van that hit us hit the driver's side. So he got it square right on the side. Took him a long time to heal. But anyway, you know, Mom and Dad were really, you know, they were upset. We were upset. Everybody was upset. We didn't get our bikes that day. It took us a little while to get the bikes, but my Aunt Trudy and her husband, my Uncle Ed, they went and picked up the bikes for us. And my Uncle Ed put them together because my dad couldn't. So they were pink bikes, and Judy and I we rode around that neighborhood like we were queens. And we were only allowed to go around the block. We were not allowed to take off and go wherever we wanted. We were only allowed to ride around the block. The funny thing is, I mean, we could have probably taken off, but my dad said, I have people watching. So if you leave, if you go off this block, I'll know it before you get home. That's the way my dad operated. He would always, you know, have a good time, but just know that you do something wrong and I'm going to find out about it before you even hit that door. So that was his way of saying make good decisions. I have to change the battery on my camera because it's about to go out. So I will be right back. And I'm back. Thank you. Quick battery change. Back to my story. So anyway, that was Dad's gentle way of saying, you know, no malarkey. No, don't try to get slick because I'll know about it before you get back. Which is probably true. We never tested the theory because that's all he had to say. And Judy and I are like, no problem. And we behaved ourselves. But we were always finding things to do around the house and in our room. And my gosh, we had this little record player, and we got these little 45s. I want to flip him upside down because I want to work on this side now. And then we started getting, the older we got, we started getting albums. And on a Saturday afternoon, if it was raining out or something, we'd be up in our room blaring that music. Oh my gosh. We had so much fun. We'd sit and spend hours. And then at Christmas time, Mom and Dad had these old albums with Christmas music that we had. And they'd let us listen to them in our room. Oh my gosh. Judy and I would have the best time. We would sit and make, you know how you can make those chains out of construction paper, make the little loops, and you loop them together out of construction paper for chains? Judy and I would make tons of those and decorate our room at Christmas time. We used to have the best times. And then, of course, you know, we'd watch TV together, we'd go swimming together, you know, and then the older we got, after we moved in from our house to an apartment. Mom and Dad moved us all into an apartment, and we were 12 when we moved. And Judy and I still shared a room. And we still had fun. We would go ice skating and sleigh riding, because there was a little hill in a farmer's field right next door to our apartment complex. So we'd go sleigh riding. Judy even got her picture in the local paper when we were sleigh riding one day. It was a snow day, and we were all outside with everybody from the complex. All the kids were sleigh riding, and so Judy got her picture taken for the local newspaper. And what else? Go ice skating in the pond right in our complex. We met some really great people. That's actually, that apartment complex is where I met my husband when I was 16. We palled around with his sister. And when she moved into the apartment complex, we would go visit her and sit in her big brother's, the bed of his truck, because he said it was okay. We'd sit there for hours. He'd be inside, you know, watching TV, or he'd go, you know, go fishing down by the pond or whatever. But he said it was okay that we sit in the bed of his truck so we could sit and, you know, shoot the breeze with his sister. And that's when I first met Todd. So, Judi and I always made our own fun, no matter what we did. Let's see, that's all the number 3. That was quite a bit. There we go. Number 2. Nice, pretty deep red. But I always say Judi and I would fight over a piece of paper, but don't anybody ever talk bad about my twin sister. And that was true. One day in elementary school, there was a kid who was picking on her, on my twin sister. And we were walking home, and this kid was relentless, picking on her. And I had all I could stand of it. And I was carrying a little Snoopy lunchbox. And I balled up my fist behind that lunchbox. And he got just close enough to me. And I let him have it. And he was so embarrassed, and he cried. And Judi and I took off. Now, my mother's daughter walked us home from school every day. So she saw the whole thing happen. She walks in the house. You should have saw what Debbie just did. This kid, who I will not mention his name, this kid was making fun of Judi, and Debbie hit him. Debbie hit him. And I started to cry, because I thought, man, I'm in trouble now. And my dad and my mom sat us down, and, you know, that fighting is wrong. Oh, well, friends, I have to dash for a moment. I'll be right back. My little boy, my little Spoto came in. I'll be right back. Hi, buddy. Hold on. Hi, baby. Thanks, friends. My little Spoto stopped by. He just woke up, so he was headed out to do his morning ritual. And he stopped by my office to say, hey, Mom. So anyway, so my mom and dad sat us down. We were just talking about me clocking this one kid. Mom and dad sat me down and said, you know, fighting's not good. A lady doesn't fight. We can understand you were defending your sister, though, and we appreciate that. But I wasn't in trouble, so and that kid never bothered Judi again. And that was the one and only time I ever hit someone. But Judy and I could, like I say, fight over a piece of paper. But I'm there for her, she's there for me, and we know it. Heck, we even fight now. There's been actually times and weeks have gone by that we've not talked. Because one of us said something dumb to tick the other one off. But we always go back to each other. One of us will call each other and, so you still not talking to me? And we'll start laughing. And then catch up on what we missed. So friends, there we are. We have this guy flying into the weekend. Caw, caw. Tweet, tweet. So he came out really nice. I'm definitely going to be sealing these because the beads move around a little bit. But, I mean, they're not bad. They're sticking really nicely. But they do move around a little bit. Like if you put your thumb down there for a little while, it'll smush them up. But they are really beautiful. Look at the shine on those. My gosh, look at that. He is sailing right into the weekend. All right, friends, I wish you a happy weekend. Please subscribe to my channel. Please hit that bell notification. You'll be notified every time I upload a video. Also, if you could, please leave a comment. Let me know how you are. Let me know what your plans are for the weekend. And yeah, just let me know what's going on in your world. Hit that thumbs up as well. And until I see you all again, have a wonderful, safe, happy weekend. You take care of yourselves. God bless. Happy crafting. Bye now.